Happy Sunday, everybody. How's it going? Drumroll, we're here. Final episode of Fena. Bittersweet. Bittersweet. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Bittersweet day today. We got the last episode. This has been the show that I've been most anticipating for the entire year. Out of everything we've seen, it was this one that I'm like, this is the one. And we're finally at the last episode, and there's so many things that are still up in the air that is still left to be learned in this final episode, that we can either have an absolutely horrendous finale, or we can have a great finale and it just leaves like that, or we can have a setup for possibly more content to be had in this world. I don't know. But what's up, Pipe? Happy Sunday. Hey, Vittoria. Happy Sunday. I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, because I just want this ending to just be good. I want to end this episode like that was good. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Man, oh man. Fena, man. Last week ended with, it was so shocking how it ended and how the episode was going, which just like, I don't know what's happening, what's going on. But as the episode kept on going, and then through rewatches and through everything, it's like I kind of get what's happening. So I forgot it was Sunday. Oh wow. So it's like you kind of see where it's going, but then like, oh, okay, this should be interesting. Okay. So I don't know, man. The Observer. I don't know. I'm just gonna start because your boy's a tad bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Just a tiny bit. I just wanted to be good. All right, let me pause the music and here we go. All right. Fena, Pirate Princess, episode 12. Gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, straight into the opening. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna watch the opening in full when the episode ends. I'm gonna watch the opening, not rewatch, but watch the opening in full. Part of me just wants to skip the opening because having the opening right now is just like giving me anxiety. So last time though, this is the last time we'll be able to sit down and hear this opening and watch this show. Song is beautiful though. There we go. Can watch it. It's too late. I'm not gonna start watching it now. I missed the beginning. I'll watch it after. I missed the beginning, so I want to watch it start to finish. I hope nothing bad happens. Here we go. Here we go. The Chosen Maiden. Cody. All of the elements. Okay. 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 The bloodline of the maidens and guide them to this place. Are you ready? I think this is her choice. Does she choose her bloodline, or does she choose to be with This would stay in the world. Is that the choice? Okay. Famous. Okay. So it was directly Jean. Okay. 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 I'm following so far. I'm following so far. The swollen number of souls in our steed. Okay. I had to reread that like 4 times really fast in order to understand. Got you. I was too close minded in her choice. We were too close minded in the choice that she had to make. Her choice is much grander. We're, does she stay with her friends or does she? Choice is so much bigger than that. How do you choose? I don't know. I have an idea of how you choose, but we'll see what she's presented with and what would inform her decision. Yes. Show me. So their light being extinguished? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. The thing is, with that, I wouldn't. Fena's different than me. We've spent time together, so I would know that they would have it no other way. Especially if it was for her, or if it was for a noble cause. I wouldn't let that sway me. Seeing their demise, they'd have to do better than that. Interesting concept. Yeah, it is the ED. Gotcha. You know the answer to that one, Fena. You do. She's leaning to a certain direction. You see that? Too much. It'd be too much. This is an interesting twist on what people believe. Yep. Now the question is, for Fena, do you allow it to continue, and then this cycle then goes through another person, or do you do it now? A little bit, yeah. The story is just it's a mixture of a whole bunch of different beliefs into one. I say let's keep it going. I say keep it going. I have to sneeze. I haven't seen them in forever. Oh my gosh. Otto and what was the other guy's name? It was Otto and oh no, I forgot. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I say keep it going. I was about to be like, what the heck happened to the frame rate? But it was the island shaking. faith. Yes, sir. All right, Yukimaru. It is time. It is time. Them being in Eden means that one of the maidens had they chose to reset, but it was a long time ago because it's fossilized wood. Fossilized wood. So they chose the reset a long, long time ago. So it's been a minute since it's been done. We do know that. So I wonder what her choice is going to be. I'm guessing if she has the long hair, she chose to reset. Or maybe she didn't choose. Maybe she didn't make a choice. That's a possibility. Maybe she didn't make a choice. And break this man's heart. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Fena's she's choosing. No. Ah. They replicated the shot with Helena and Abel. I'm pretty sure she chose continuation. That's rough. I don't think she chose reset. If she chose reset, she'd be with Yukimaru. I think she chose continuation and then she's removing herself from the equation. I think that's how it's going. I hate this. I hate it. I don't want to see this man cry at all. I want to see that man heartbroken. That's what I'm thinking she chose because reset would have put her and Yukimaru on that arc of time into a point where everything could be reset. What I think she did was, in continuation, she would have had to continue going on and stuff. But I think what she chose to do something else. That's what I'm thinking. No. She chose continuation. She chose continuation and she lost her memories. I don't think I realized she would have lost her memories even if she chose continuation. Makes sense because they said to let her have that option and to continue having her memories while observing would be torture. I get it. Yeah, there's no way she wasn't going to pick anything else. I get it. I get it. I get it. Take her everywhere again. They're Barbaral. Ah, they're alive. They are alive. Look at Kay. He's got two different color eyes. I don't think her mother was a maiden. That's what I think Jean was the previous maiden. Was that Abel talking? Who was talking? Who said that? I don't think her mother. I think Jean was the last maiden, and Jean chose continuation. I wonder, or maybe Jean didn't even have a. I don't think Jean even got the chance to make her decision. Did she? I don't know. Who knows? I need time to think about what happened with Jean. The mirrors. ah. Ah. I like that. I did. I liked it. 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 I this is it. So I felt like this. Second. Need a second. I liked it. I did. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Hi. Give me a second. All right. So I'll take these off. Okay. So, me personally, I liked it. I liked the ending. Yeah. Need to breathe. I need to take a relax. My personal opinion, this is yes, because I love these characters, I love the story. And because Fena chose continuation, it can go any kind of way with the story and what needs to happen. So yes, there is potential for a season 2. Just dealing with the, like, not even dealing with the observers, but dealing with the ramifications of choosing a, I'm gonna say, another continuation. So I would assume that Jean chose to continue. That's what I'm gonna guess, because Jean was the previous maiden. I don't think they would have had her die. I don't think the observers would have allowed Jean to die without having her choice of continuation or reset. So I think Jean chose reset, and then from that point on, the observers worked their magic and set everything up so that the bloodline can continue, and we can get to a further point in time in which another individual, generations from now. So this is, if we're being honest, like, Jean was in the 1400s, and this is the late 1800s, early 1900s. So hundreds of years pass. So you literally, like, the next person to make the choice on the reset or to continue is hundreds of years away. That's why I think we can deal with, like, maybe there's something where a reset possibly needed to happen right now, and there's ramifications and there's a blowback. Maybe the events in the world, like with humanity, like, the further it goes on, those blowbacks are like what humanity does, and the reset eventually has to happen. I don't know. It can go either way. So yes, you can what's his face, do the seasons. You can do another season to this. But I think this ended very cleanly. It ended very cleanly. And you can just call it a day. You can just call it a day. Call it a wrap with these 12 episodes, and you have a really good story. You have a really good story. Because anything that was left over and hanging, like, with characters we haven't met in anything, like, we kind of got it wrapped up at the end, but it's just like those things are going to happen eventually. But then why was Helena in Eden? Because Helena was used by the observers in order to bring forth the next maiden. That's why. She was used to bring forth the next maiden. Sort of like a familiar face. You have Abel there. You have Abel there. You have Fena there. Like, you have individuals that are familiar with her. So I'm not going to use Jean. Nobody know who Jean is. So why not use Helena? Helena would be able to talk Abel off the cliff because we need to get him out of here. Helena would be able to allow Fena to make this choice, right? Right? She'll be able to. She'll set her up just like how she did at the end of last week, where she's just like, I know you'll make the whatever she said. I forgot the exact words she said, but she's like, you can make this choice now. It's familiar faces. I think that's why Helena was chosen. In my personal opinion, that's why she was chosen. But yeah, Jean chose to continue, lost her memories, then had children to continue the maiden bloodline. But how do you get Jean off? The whole thing is like, how does Jean get off the stake? Like, she was burned at the stake. That's how she died. So how? It's like, how do you get, like, do we burn her at the stake and then the observers step in? That's when she has to make her choice. And then what's his face? You get her, she leaves, and then she just has no memory. She just goes on about her life. I guess so. But then at that point, see, that's where I thought we had established Jean was the fake one. No, Jean, like the observer, that was us not under, like, back then. It's been a minute, pipe, but back then, we were using like we were using ideas from the stories of Jean, but based on what the observer said from this, if Jean was the last maiden to make her choice and she chose continue and she lost her memories, then what I would assume is that the observers would, there's things like they have to start setting up the next person in line. So Fena's gonna, like, Jean would have had to have kids. Jean had to have made the stone. Jean might not have known what the stone was for, but the observers probably had her make the stone anyways. Just like Fena's walking and the observer's like, you're looking for memories. You're looking for fragments of your memories, aren't you? And Fena's like, she's confused as to what's going on, and she still doesn't understand what's going on either. So I do think, like, the observers are going to step in. Like, they'll probably just poke their head in, like, go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. Because they need to line up the next person. They need to line up the bloodline so that can continue, so that the next maiden. So now it'll be like Jean led Fena. Now Fena, upon her death, would be the one to lead hundreds of years from now the next maiden in line to make the choice of reset or continuation. So Fena would be the one guiding this next person. So that's what I'm thinking. So like Fena's choice, she made her choice. She chose continuation. So now Fena, she has no memory, but she still has a purpose because she still has to bring forth the bloodline. So I think the observers aren't going to mess with her. Like, they're not going to mess with her a lot, but there's going to be certain things that needs to be done and she needs to do. But then Fena's just going to be able to live life like how we got to see at this little thing, this little montage at the end. She'll be able to be with Yukimaru, be with the Goblin Knights, do things, go on adventures, have kids, all that stuff. But when the observers are like, all right, we need to set breadcrumbs for the next maiden a couple of 100 years from now, she'll go do that. And then when she sets that breadcrumb, she'll go back to living her life. And then breadcrumb here, breadcrumb there, set these things up. And then that's it. And then onwards to the next maiden. And like 20 current day or 2100s, I don't know. What's up, fairy anime lady? Yeah, I think this last episode you can do a whole cool A and B for it. I like it. I like this ending. Yeah, I like this ending a lot. I think I do. Because everything else is... They didn't show O'Malley being alive, so maybe O'Malley bit the dust, but there's still some of her pirates that are still there. No, I meant the Jean. We never got any answer on that. So I think honestly we could come up with, I don't know. I think there's a possibility that a fake Jean was put on a stake and burned, and then the real Jean, while the real Jean was making her choice, and I don't know, but we never had that answered. We never had that answered. I think that's just kind of feel neutral. I can see why people wouldn't like it. I do. I like it though. I do. I do like it. I do. Because I'm separating the part of me that just wants more of this story out of selfish reasons, right? It's just I want more of I want more of the series because I like the series. I love these characters. So I would love to see more, and I would love to see this story expounded upon. But if everything was how everything was presented to us and the way it was presented, I don't think they fumbled the bag, or they fumbled this ending. I don't think they fumbled this ending at all, because the observers, they just, they didn't, it's hard to say they didn't strong harm her into anything, but essentially they really didn't. It's just like, this is what needs to be done. Like, this line of people, they make this choice, and every now and again there's going to be one person that has to make the choice, and they didn't lean her into one way, they didn't lean her into the other way. Like, yes, Fena was chosen for this purpose, cool. If you like that, cool. If you don't like that, whatever. But she was chosen for this purpose. They presented everything on the table to her. They put everything on the table. This is this is this is how this goes. If you choose this is how this goes. If you choose that, that's how this goes. And they're like, and now it's just like the nuances. Well, if I do this and this, and well, if you do this and this and this, we can't let you do that because of this, or yada 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 because of that, or yada 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 because of this. It's your choice. Like, they never I don't like the whole everything is predestined thingy. No one has real free will here. Well, they do have free will. The only people that don't have free will are people that are directly connected to Fena. Everyone else has free will. Like, they don't, like, the observers aren't telling this country and that country to fight each other. They're not doing that. So far, what we know of from this final episode that they told us is that the observers have this bloodline, and anyone directly connected to this bloodline, we will meddle, and we would do whatever we need to do to set up this individual to make this choice. That's it. That is all. The entire world can do whatever it wants to, right? It can do whatever it wants to. But this line right here, no, it can't, because this line has a purpose, right? This line has a purpose. And this purpose needs to be seen, because whatever this whole reset and continue all that stuff, it's a greater thing than everything else that's going on. Like, if we call a spade, that is greater than everything else that's going on, because they're outside of everything else that's going on here. That choice ends everything here, and it restarts everything, or it just allows it to continue. But nothing else outside of that direct line is impacted by these individuals. They just watch. They observe, and then I would assume when it's around these times of contention in the world, all right, now here's the time. This is everything. Here's your choice. You can either continue it or you can reset it. So yeah. Was Yukimura only born to be Fena's partner? No. I don't think he was born to be her partner. I think because he was there. And because of what they went through, he wasn't born. He wasn't born to be her partner. Not at all. Because because they said it's the person whoever Fena is closest to that gets taken into her, that gets taken if she were to reset. I don't think Yukimaru was born for that purpose. I think that Fena had a connection with Yukimaru, fell in love with him, and therefore now he has been included into everything with Fena. It could have been someone else. It could have been someone else. It's kind of like the same thing with Abel. Like, Abel was completely off on his own by himself, and then it was his encounter with Helena where everything changed, and now he gets engrafted in, right? Now he gets engrafted into this plan. So it's like, you're the person and then we can use you. That's what that is. I don't think they're born for this specific. No, I think the only people that are born exactly needing to be who they are is anyone in that bloodline. That is it. That is all. It's the only thing that is monitored. The people they come in contact with then get brought into that plan. I don't think anyone else is meddled with at all. So if it could have been another little boy, if that other little boy was on the boat when all this stuff was happening, then guess what? It would have been another little boy and not Yukimaru. I think it's because Yukimaru just was the individual that was there. The one thing I'm not sure of, we saw Kay getting the sword, so I'm guessing he's taking it instead of Fena. Yes, that's what I because the whole plan was for the sword in the first place. So if we present Kay with the sword and not Fena, then that means, right? That means there isn't any purpose for Fena anymore, because they only wanted the sword in the first place. The only reason why they were keeping up appearances, because they wanted the sword. Now the whole, I think, and if what the whole thing, it's like, it would be, there's things that you can follow, but it doesn't follow, like, this whole story, this whole season of Fena was about Fena, her bloodline, and the choice that she had to make. Now, if you wanted to turn the series, right, if you want to turn the series into something else, then yes, you could. But at this point in time, the series would no longer just be about, it wouldn't be about Fena anymore. It would be like, because at this point, Fena made her choice. Like, she made her choice. Like, she just has to have kids at this point and continue the bloodline on. That's the only thing that she has to do. And then, unless like something else happens from, like, some unforeseen error or something happens because she chose to continue. But there's a bunch of questions. There's a bunch of questions, but how I feel about storytelling and how other people feel, they differ. If something is introduced in a series, well, for me, if something is introduced in a series but is not the main focus of a series, but is something that is relevant to, like, one of the characters, I necessarily do not need to see the conclusion of that storyline. If our main storyline is wrapped up and has a bow put on it, these characters, like, their lives don't end when the series ends, when the movie ends, when the book closes, unless they die or something. Like, their story doesn't end. So I'd much rather be able to think about what our characters can do with the things that were already presented to us, instead of just thinking about, like, if all the Goblinite stuff was solved at the end of this, it's just like, all right, so what are they going to do? Just sail around and do stuff? Like, no, like, the Goblinites, like, if we're going off of what Yukihisa wanted to do, we need the sword so that, like, they're going to, like, go conquest and stuff like that. They want to build a nation. That's why they want the sword, because the sword gives them the influence. So, like, if that was all concluded, I'd be like, well, what are we going to do? Like, now I can think about, well, Yukimaru is the leader of this faction of the Goblinites. He's one of the best fighters from that Goblin Island. If Yukihisa wants to actually create a nation, he's gonna have to shed blood to do it. He's gonna have to make agreements with other countries to do it. And at that point, with Yukimaru being the Red Goblin Knight, like, he would be forced to fight in possible wars that they would have to engage in. There's no way that like him and Fena don't get dragged into that. So it's just like, what happens? I would love to just think about that and think about what could come, instead of just being like, all right, they're just gonna sail around and do stuff. So that's just me personally. That's me personally. There's so many things on the table. Like I don't like, there's so many different things on the table that we could possibly see. There's so many different things on the table that we could see. And it would be cool second season, but at that point it wouldn't be a show about Fena anymore. Like at what point does, like, Fena's not important anymore? I want to say, like, not important. Like, don't take it that way. Right? Don't take it that way. But in the scheme of all of these people came together for Fena, Fena made her choice. Her importance to the relevancy and the story and all that stuff, I'm not making sense what I'm saying, but it's not like her deed is done. Right? Her deed is done. I don't like the Amnesia plotline either. I like it because I like it's the whole thing of having stuff that you don't like, but if it's presented to you in a different way, just because it's something you don't like, look at it a different way, possibly. And that's how I like it. There's a lot of things where it's just like, I don't like that, but then the show will do it in a way, because I'm not a fan of the Amnesia plotline either. But when the Observer says, it gives a valid reason, like, you had this choice to make of ending the entire world or allowing the world to continue. We cannot let you leave here with the fact that you could have done something different and then go back into the world and then experience all these things. It would drive her crazy. Right? It would drive her absolutely crazy. So they're like, to save you, we're going to erase your memories, because you don't need that. You don't need that. And I like that explanation. If they just would have deleted her memories, I would have been like, well, that's dumb. Like, why are we deleting her memories for? But they gave a valid reason. And I'm just like, okay, I got you. Right? It's just like, I got you. I can accept that, even though in any other story, if memories would have been deleted, I'd be like, that's stupid. But I can accept the fact that there's a valid reason as to why her memories aren't there anymore. I like it. And then it gives us cool and funny character interactions with these people that we've been interacting with. We get to revisit all the places we've been through the entire season. Like, remember something? No. You remember something? No. You remember something? No. You remember something? No. I personally like that. And then we can get and we can have that. Memory Ramp is so sad. Yeah. But it's, you're led to believe that there's a possibility that Fena can remember some things just because of what the observer says. It's like, you're going around trying to remember stuff, right? So there's a possibility that it could happen. You just don't know. Hold on. Hold on. But why her whole life exactly? Because Fena said, she said at the end, she was like, I always remembered. She was choosing not to. She said that. She was like, that's why she, like, the whole thing talking to Yukimaru, she was like, I never forgot you. She was like, I knew it. As soon as you appeared in front of me, I knew that was you. So that's just leading to believe like she knew exactly what was going on. There was just something clouding her. So you can't let her remember things from when she's a kid, because if you let her remember one thing from a kid, that one thought would be like, well, what the heck? Because there's just plenty of times where you think about something and you're just like, what is that connected to? And you can't necessarily remember what it's connected to, but you'll always go back to that thought. They don't want Fena to be tortured, right? Like, she made her choice. She made her decision. And they don't hate her for the decision she's made, but she made her choice. So they're not going to let her be tortured about the choice she made in any sense of the matter. Right? They're not going to let her be tortured. They're going to let her forget everything and just live on with life. You made your choice. This is it's beside you now. Like, it's it's beside you now. You made your choice. We're moving on. We're going to let everything develop. We're going to get to this tipping point again, and then we'll move on. That's what that is pretty much. Hold on. I got to mute this. Right there. Fena said that. Fena said she confessed. Yeah, she did. She said it. But then she'll never remember everything. It's hopeless to think otherwise. Not really, because now she can create new memories with these individuals. It's not like Fena has anything from her past anymore. Every single person in her past, from all her past memories, are gone. And the people she had memories with, she was only with them for a short amount of time. Granted, they made memories, but everyone else in her past is gone. All the people that we've been with in these 12 episodes are with her now. So, yes, it sucks that she lost those memories, but she can make new memories with them. They're not going anywhere. All right, let's listen to what she's saying, because she said, I don't know if she said daisuki desu, but she said ski. She said ski desu, right? She said ski desu, and that means love, because I know anata ga ski desu is another way to say I love you as well. That's confessing, but she said something along the lines of that. Yeah, she confessed. Yeah, she confessed. Absolutely. She absolutely confessed. She absolutely did. If she didn't, it'd be dumb. If she didn't, she'd be dumb. Because at that point, because essentially Fena's like, if you want to take it very literally, like, that's Fena, like, that personality of Fena is dying. It's gone. So why wouldn't, like, there's nothing left to hold back. So to have her not confess would just be stupid. So that's why I feel like she did confess. There's nothing left to hold back. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing. So yeah. I said I'd watch the opening. Let me go watch the opening. Yeah, she definitely confessed. Is that playing through? Oh, my speakers. Hold on. Yeah, I want to watch the dub as well. I want to see how they do it. It's my speakers. I'm sorry. Also, it could be on their age as well, because I know there's specific words that younger people don't say. So, could that be a different way? Like, if I'm like a teenager confessing, I would say it a different way than if I was in my 20s or my 30s confessing. Isn't that correct? Oh wow, that last shot, you wouldn't know it, but this last shot is so cool. You see this? This last shot of the opening? It's it's all of, because in like in Fena's little memory thing, all of them were dead at the end of where these flowers led to. So the fact that they stuck this in the opening is is the flowers, but then they're all, I like that. That's cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You know what? We got time to do this. We got time to do this. Let me pull this up over here. I'm gonna check out the dub. I'm gonna check out the dub, and I'm gonna fast forward to that part. Sign in. Fena. Is this the last episode? October 24th. Yes, it is. Just a I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, you guys get to, if you haven't seen American TV before, you'll be able to see American TV because this is DVR. This is DVR. Fena's 18. Crank this quality. I don't want to look at it at 480. Yeah, Yukimaru isn't, not specified. Really? I missed that last night? Hold on. Ooh. She didn't say love. She said feelings in the dub. She didn't say love. That scream was pretty good. I don't want to hear it again. That scream was pretty good, and I don't want to hear it again. I loved the dub for this, man. She said, "I've always had feelings for you." So essentially, she's confessing without saying love. She said, "I've always had feelings for you." I'll say the same exact words that she said. That just gave me goosebumps. Dude, his declaration out there in this moment is heartbreaking. Gave me goosebumps. She said, "Truth is, I've always had feelings for you. I have for a long time now. and I always will. That's exactly what she just said. I like that a lot. That feels real. Like, that feels natural. That feels like a natural way to say that. I don't remember the last time I like confessed and said I love you to someone I did. Like, I don't remember the last time I did that, but I have done something like, I really like you. Like, I've liked you a lot since forever ago. Like, that makes, like, I've done that before. But I don't think, well, I've never been in like love, so I've never had to be like, I love you. I've never had to do that. So it's a much more natural. That's why I feel like this dub is great. The dub for the series is great. They handle dialogue really well. Yeah, they killed it. They killed it. They killed it. All right, I can play music again. There was another element in Fena that surprised me, and it was how the world accept Fena cutting others, treats women quite violent at times, or having Helena, etc. Yeah. I just said I love you. Oh gosh. Sorry, we're talking about love, and I mentioned violence, but I did see it. No, this story, I feel like I'm so caught up on talking about like how this last episode made me feel. I like this last episode. I feel like for me personally, it puts a pretty nice bow on what the series was. My only complaint is that I wish it was longer. It's my only. I'm being so serious. My only complaint, and it's just me being selfish, is I wish it was longer. I wish it was longer. I wish it could have been like 15 episodes instead of 12 or 17 episodes, something like that. I just wish it was longer. It's my only complaint. Characters. Well, let's go through everything. OST, soundtrack, incredible. Visuals, incredible. I feel like the art style in the animation, I don't think there was an episode that felt like it was below any other episode. Usually we will be watching and be like, oh, this episode wasn't as good as the other episode as far as like art and animation wise, but no episode felt subpar to watch. The pacing, even though the pacing, yes, it was a little fast, but me personally, I've always leaned towards something being more faster than slower. Right? That's just me personally. If something takes too long, I can appreciate it, but I'll be like, it's dragging. But I kind of appreciate if something's a little bit faster pace, because I'm on my toes. I feel like I need to keep up with the show, and I'm thinking in double and triple. That's just me. That's just like my quirkiness and how I like shows. But character interactions, really good. Character dialogue, really good. Character motivation is really good. It's really good. There's no character in this series that doesn't feel like they're doing something for a good reason. Abel has one of the best reasons, even though it's like, you did all this for you. Essentially, you could boil it down to, you did all this for a woman, but it's like men have done less for a woman. so he's like, his motivation is good. I love that we're just throughout the series, we're just watching Fena grow as she's leaving this island and all these weird things are happening to her. Yukimaru's motivation is because he loves Fena. The group, you get all those in those middle episodes when they're just traveling together and all these different things are happening. Like, you can feel them come closer together. Shitanen, like, even more so, because you go through this point of like, it's like, this guy, like, he feels kind of scummy. Do I want to like him? And then he has a very realistic moment when he has the teachings from Yukihisa, from his uncle and his family and everything else, and those experiences in him. That's who he is. But when Fena, she's in front of him herself, and she's like, that's not who I am. You've been around me. You know exactly how I am. You've been with me this entire time. What he's saying and what you witness and what you see is not the same. And I love that he actually can sit there and be like, this chick is right. And he can make that choice on his own. I love it. 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 Character interactions and character motivations are great. Are great. Are great. Truly great. Not even like gassing it. Truly great. I feel like this, for me, this series hit everything out of the park, man. It truly did. It for me, it hit everything out of the park. It hit everything out of the park. Like, I would this series is a very good, like, if you've never watched anime before, watch this. I think this is because it's dabbling in history. It's dabbling with a bunch of different things. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. All right. Yeah, Stefania. What scenes will you all remember the most? Off the top of my head, Fena's dance to bring up the steps to go to Eden. That confession scene. The very first time we get to see Yukimaru. The very first time we see him come back. Come back in episode 2. When he downs all those guys, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. There's a lot that the Rumble Rose exploding. The shot when they're at Barbaral and Yukimaru jumps off of the building with Fena and they're just falling. Like that scene has been stuck in my head for a while now. Man, what else? The flicker between Abel. When Abel shoots Yukimaru. And we have the flicker of Yukimaru realizing who this guy is. And he was there on that night. That's a good one. And Helena's dance. Fena's... too many. It's too many. It's too many. 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 So would you tell it Ashiteru? Yes, I would. I would. I would recommend the series. This is I feel like this is a good entry series into anime. Like if someone's like, I don't know about anime. I'd be like, watch this series. It's funny, it's serious, has good characters, it's pretty to look at, has a pretty good story. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of good things about this. It's 12 episodes, it's short, you don't have to watch it for a long time. Right? Like starter pack, here you go, watch the series. You like this? Here's some more stuff that's like this that you might like. You can't go from this and then be like, yeah, watch Attack on Titan. No. They're two different things. Don't do that. But you can recommend them other things that are similar to this. This was good, man. I don't want to end the stream because when I end the stream, that's the end of this for the channel. I'm at that moment. Yeah, Stefania. The OST, incredible. Incredible. She killed it. She killed it. They brought together a lot of individuals to make this happen. And I feel like they did it. Akatsuki no Yona is also a good show if you like this one. I've never watched it, but I definitely will. I want to yeah, Sandra. It's a good show, but do you want to, like, if you really want to hurt people, Yeah, you could go watch that. Really? You won't do any other video for Fena if it does not come back for... I don't know. Well, I'm starting to branch out now to different types of content. Right? I'm starting to branch out to do a bit more different content, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think like once the curtain closes on this stream, that might be it. I'm trying to think what else I would like, what else I could do that would fall in lines of things that I would actually like to do. Because there's definitely like, I could do character profiles on every single one. I can do so much, but that's not the type of content that I personally make. I'd watch it, but that's not me. So that's one of the recommendations on Discord. That is true. It is. Okay. So I don't know what else I would personally do in regards to the series. If I think of something, I'll definitely do it. I don't know. I might make a short for the dub of Fena, because people are so apprehensive to dubs and they hate dubs and dubs. I hate dubs, yada yada yada, stuff versus dubs. But the dub for this series needs to be applauded, commended, appreciated. They need to, because I knew the dub we were in for something special when Otto and what is the other guy's name? It's Otto and something. The other, I can't remember his name. It starts with an S. But when they showed up and they had accents, I was like, oh snap. And then when the chick with the purple hair from O'Malley's crew, she had a French accent, I was like, oh, they're doing this. Salmon. Thank you, Chazzy. Salmon. But it's that, and then when they went to Germany, like everyone, they had like a German accent. I was like, I don't know what German accents truly are supposed to sound like, but they definitely sound like what I've heard of German before. So I'm like, yo, they're really going all in on this. They're really going all in on it. It's really, really good. If you haven't watched the dub, check it out. If you even care, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Thank you for the reaction videos. They have been awesome. I appreciate you. I really do. Too bad I cough it. No, it's a you got to experience it. That's the whole thing. Just a little bit of it. Maybe review the OST. Maybe. If I could land an interview with the director, of course. I don't think I'll be able to land that though. I'm a little bit too tiny. I don't know. I'm a little too tiny. You know what? You know it's not out of the question. I'll mention this out loud just in case this possibly could happen. But I don't know if there wasn't a lot of people here when that happened, Pipe on. But the voice of oh gosh, is it both twins or is it just one of the twins? I think it's the voice of Kaede from the dub. Had popped in the stream one time. He's popped in multiple times. If I'm being honest, he's popped in multiple times. Throat, please. Yeah, he's the voice of Kaede. Daryl. He popped in the stream, like he was like we were talking about the dub and stuff. And I'll mention this out loud, but if there was a possibility I could hop on like a voice call or something and just have like a general conversation just about the process of the show, how they made it, like the relationships he has with the other cast, all that stuff. It doesn't even have to be long, but if that could happen, I definitely would do it in a heartbeat. So I don't know. We follow each other on Twitter, so I could definitely reach out. He wished me happy birthday. So I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely do that. So I'll put that out in the air. If I have any, yeah, from the dub perspective, if I have any cojones, I'll shoot him a message. But I don't know. I'll think about it. So with that, I hate ending streams because this is it. With that, I bid you adieu, Fena. I appreciate everyone for hanging out with me on the. Well, maybe I should keep these on so I can see what you guys are saying. Do it. I'll do it. I'll eat. I'll sit. I'll look at Twitter for a little bit. The last shot of the opening is the last shot of the ending from a different angle. Yes, it is. Wow, it is. It's the back. It's looking at them from the back, and the ending is them. Okay. All right, I'm gonna calm down. But thank you guys for hanging out with me every Sunday for the last 3 months. For the last 3 months, I appreciate you guys. Really, 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 truly do. For me personally, right? For me personally, Fena was the show. If you were here any time since April or May or something like that, Fena's been the show that I've been looking forward to the most. Legit the most of any show this year. And it feels good for me to be sitting here really, really, really enjoying how this wrapped up and how much fun I had with it. Thank you, Pipe, for being around, doing the mod duties. I appreciate you. Every single person. I wish I could name everyone that's popped in and out. Thank you for stopping by and even choosing to spend Sundays or Monday with me watching the show, trying to figure out stuff. Sitting here for hours looking at maps on Google. Maps on Google, yeah, and flags on Google. Really do. Daryl, if you ever see this, I appreciate you for stopping by. I really do. I may reach out to you, I don't know. But that's all I got. Appreciate you all. I'm not gonna cry or get emotional. I'll see you. See you when I see you. I can't even say I'll see you next week. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week. Peace out.